Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so sorry this is late. It's like super duper duper late. Like super duper late. But I was just gonna be like, you know what? Fuck it. but I can't do that. I'm not gonna be that girl. We are gonna finish what we start around here. And if I started this thing, we gonna finish it on up. And so we're here for Grotesquerie. We gonna wrap this thing. We're going into Thanksgiving, still in the spooky season. But we wrapping it up today. Grotesquerie, season 1, episode 10. Let's knock it on out. Lois, she gets home. Marshall and Red in her kitchen. They got a proposition. Let's all live together under one roof. Marshall says that he and Red can live in a guest room, and she can keep her room in the master suite, I assume. Lois is like, am I dreaming? I gotta still be dreaming, because what the hell going on? What's happening? But one thing's for sure, she's gonna go through with the divorce. So whatever Marshall talking about, it's going through one ear and out the ear and out the other for her. He tells her he needs them both so badly. Please just go. On the ride home, Red, she mad as hell, talking shit. She hates this town. She hate Marshall too. And I hate you too, to be frank. She started going on, about, because she knows that she ain't been the only woman he been around here having affairs with. Like, she's heard about the other faculty, the other staff members and students. And, he got a problem. He got a real sex addiction. And she knew Lois would turn down the offer. She knew it. But listen, I wanted to see her turn you down in person. I wanted to see the defeat all over your face in person. She gonna drop him off and say, listen, you got to the end of the week to get out my house. She want him gone out of the house he paid for. She want him gone by the end of the week. Anyway, Marshall, we see him up teaching. He giving somebody else's daughter the eye. Giving her the eye while he teaching. The rest of the students, they're just sitting there still as if they know something that he doesn't. I don't know. Then we see detectives Megan and the other lady up there standing in the doorway. They're waiting to speak to him. So, he dismisses class. And then he says that girl he was just giving a googly eye to, she didn't accuse him of sexual assault. He says, wait, this was a consensual relationship. Well, she's saying differently. She begs to differ. And so let's go on to the station. We're going to take you down there so we can talk. Marshall going to pull that black man card. Child, please. He brings receipts up. He gonna pull out the text message, their text messages going back and forth. Like, would I say this to her? Would she say this to me if it wasn't consensual? Listen, we just gonna take your picture, take your prints, and we can send you on home. But come on down. They take him on down because he really was trying to. Oh, how could you do this to me, Megan? It's me, Megan. Come on. Megan say, I believe women. Thank you, Megan. Marshall go home and take a bunch of pills, write a suicide note. He was finna try to lay down and go, y'all. He was trying to lay down and go. But he wake up in the hospital because, no, Red found him. She like, listen, I know that this done happened, but nothing's changing between us, and I know about your little arrest. I done called your daughter, so she's here. He don't want to see her, but she's there anyway. Red, she's so distraught. Like, how could you do this? Sorry ass. I still want you gone by the end of the week. His daughter comes in. She gives some encouraging words. She tells him that she loves him and all of that. And she leaves. Marshall's home. He gets a text from an unknown number telling him to come outside. He go outside. And it's Eddie. Eddie Travis. He done joined a group of men. He said, I feel like this group of men can help you. Let's go on around here. So he take Marshall around to the He-Man, to the He-Man Woman Haters Club. I don't know what kind of club this is. I don't know what kind of men's group this is. But they having a meeting. And that doctor is there. The doctor that was in there with Lois's therapist. And they were going through her dreams and all of that. He's there. The detective is also there. It's weird. Anyway, everybody a part of the club. They're about to start the sharing circle, and the priest doctor is there. The doctor that in the dream, he was the doctor in the dream. I mean, he was a priest in the dream and Grotesquerie, and in real life, he's her doctor. Anyway, he's there. They all talking about being strong men. Weak men are dangerous. You know, Marshall, he's talking about his Me Too accusation. And then this other man walks in and takes a seat. Marshall continues, you know, to talk about this suicide attempt. And everybody's giving him a round of applause. They're like hanging on every word. And they try to welcome him into the men's club. I don't know who that man is, though, that walked in and took a seat. But it seemed like it was for a reason. I don't know. Anyway, Lois, she done admitted herself back to the hospital. Committed herself, honestly, because she felt like either she's crazy or like something is up, because she knows that she's deceased. She said she thought about slicing her own throat, but then she realized that the doctor is the only other person that could convince her that she was alive, and so she needed to see him. She telling him, you know, Marshall asking to move in with her, you know, the doctor priest in there having orgies in her room. You know, it was just, she's just going, it's just a lot going on in her head, so she thinks. And she confronted the doctor about it, and she thinks that he's demonic. She's sure of it. You know, she's like, I heard everything, even the part where he was screwing some young girl in a coma. And the girl got pregnant, so she knew about that. I don't even know where we were going with all of this, but anyway, she felt like he was the one that did it. Then they try to play the, you know, she just hates men card and calls her a bitch, and he goes in, you know, and she believes that she's in hell, that she's, you know, this is a hell that she's living in. She's created her own hell. She thinks she's in another world. I don't know, y'all. The doctor, he's sitting there just confused as I am, like, girl, I don't know what to tell you, because he's telling her, you know, that that's not the case, that she's very much alive. She admits to killing Megan's husband. And so she confesses to murder. You know, she says that she left to go get supplies, realized that, wait a minute, you know, like, I don't need to hide this. This was self-defense. So she turns back around to go cover everything up. When she went back in there, Megan and the body was gone. Everything was cleaned up. Room was spotless. She followed Megan, and she ended up seeing Megan and Glorious, who is known for cleaning up a crime scene. They were sitting in a diner together. So she put two and two together. Lois confronts Megan about being with Glorious, you know, and killing her husband and all of that. Megan gonna act like she don't know what she's talking about. She tries to gaslight her. She says, we met, but I mean, it was about, you know, her offering resources for a friend of mine, you know, because a friend of mine was looking to try to kick a fentanyl habit, and I know she helps. Lois gonna ask about her. So where's your man then? What about your man? Where is he? And Megan gonna say she ain't seen him in weeks. Girl. Lois tells the doctor that the murder that happened in her dream, the murder of that family that ended up happening again, you know, somebody is copying her dreams. Who else? You know, the only person that could do that is someone that has access to her files. He starts squirming like it might be him. But he got an answer for everything, and then he flip it on her, you know, using her dreams, making her out to be a villain. Lois is just like, I'm just gonna go. She went back to her room, her little padded room. She's just gonna go back to her padded room because I guess that's where she feels safe. And she stays there for days. Megan comes to visit her, and she's really like distraught, crying real bad. She lays down in her lap and just cries. She asks Lois to take another look at the crime scene, or another crime scene, I should say. And this is the second case that Lois dreamt about. Lois still believes that none of it is real, but Megan is like, no, this is real. You did kill my husband, and we did cover it up, you know. So she came clean about that. So now Lois feels better. You know, now she can go inside, You know, now, and then just like her dream, the police, everybody's just standing there looking. And these people are posed in the Last Supper, but they got the person that is Jesus is on, and Jesus is on the cross. And the person that is posed as Jesus on the cross is the priest, doctor man. And the other victims, you know, are, you know, women who accused, one of the other women, the woman that accused Marshall of sexual assault is there. So she's been killed. And all the other women's were, I think, you know, victims that they might have come across. Excuse me. Oh, no, excuse me. They were unhoused people. So it was kind of like everybody. Lois, she get into detective mode. You know, listen, I need this and I need that. Tell the people to bag everything. Meet me at the old office in an hour. And she head on out. And that's the end. That is the end. Very lackluster ending. But I guess. Anyway. That's it. That's it for that. My husband is calling. But I need to wrap this up first. I'm going to probably end up calling him right back. Anyway, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.